What's good, Kings? Shout outs to the new subscribers, man. Never thought I'd be able to make it to 200 something subscribers, but I appreciate all of you that click that subscribe button. Man, after I hit 200 subscribers, I just kept thinking, like, I think there's gonna be haters, Like, there's obviously haters, but, some of them are coming out from the depths of the darkness, wherever the fuck they're coming out. One guy, he roasted me saying, like, with the butthead laugh at the end of my one of my videos. And I never watched Beavis and Butthead, but I low-key thought that was kind of funny, man. It was just like 50 Shades of Shade, dude. Like, I don't think I even sound like that, but when I saw a clip of what their laugh sounds like on YouTube, it just made me laugh. But yeah, and other people, they're saying that, like, I ramble too much, which I agree with. It's just so I suppose it's not hate, it's more like constructive criticism to, like, just get to the point, because most people's attention spans are shorter nowadays. And yeah, I do ramble a lot, so I apologize for that. I don't want to waste anybody's time. um One quick SR update, man, is that people just try to really get in my space nowadays. Like when I'm speaking with them, they'll, like, try to inch towards me and, like, stand closer to me when they talk, because I think they're trying to, like, absorb my energy. Also, like, this one subscriber, he told me that I got a little bit fat, which is, like, true. I haven't been disciplined enough with what I'm eating, and I had eaten, like, a whole vegan pizza before making that video. But while I was eating the pizza, there was this girl that was sitting. So I was sitting outside of the pizza joint, right? And I'm, like, one of the only people there, and there's any table for you to sit at, but this girl, she was sitting, like, two tables behind me, and then she left and, like, was walking into the mall, and then she looked at me, and she came back after entering the mall, came back and sat at a table closer to me, which was pretty odd. She wasn't even eating. And so that subscriber who called me fat, like, that's not really a roast. It's more like it's a light roast, but I guess he's just, like, you know, looking out for me, because it's better to tell somebody their faults to their face than to, like, go behind their back and, like, talk shit about them. And so that guy, I don't know if he's a subscriber, but he asked me to make a video on red pill content and how to maintain a long lasting healthy relationship. And to be honest, I don't watch red pill content, man. So I've heard about it. I've heard from, like, Mark the Messenger. He thinks it's, like, demonic, I think. I haven't seen any of the content. Last night I tried to search it up and see what it's all about, but I haven't really found any specific channels that talk about it. But my initial interpretation is that the red pill, I think they kind of, like, stretch the true meaning of it. The red in the Matrix, it's supposed to symbolize you waking up from the simulation, and I think the new age red pill is more so trying to teach guys that they need external things like money and fast cars or whatever to impress girls. So I guess I can't really comment on that. But for the long lasting relationships, I've been in a few relationships, but none of them were really that long. And the longest relationship I was in was, like, maybe, like, 1.5 years, but it definitely wasn't healthy, I don't think. So I could give you advice, but it would be based mostly on theory and not my own experience. Excuse me. For example, I asked my barber recently what true love means to him, and he gave me some pretty good advice, man. He said that love has to be tested. through the difficult times. You have to put your lover or your partner in those situations, to test her loyalty, to test her faith in you, to test her love for you. The same way that when you do SR, nature and God, the divine, has to test how committed you are to doing this, to walking this path of righteousness. Because in a relationship, a girl could tell you that she loves you or that she trusts you, but if shit ever hits the fan, if the relationship or you were to ever hit rock bottom, would she be willing to stick with you through the hard times? If some other guy that she found super attractive walked her way and hit on her, would she have enough respect for you to lay down that boundary? Or would she keep him on the side and have him and put him on the reserves, to hit him up in the future? Because believe it or not, a lot of girls and guys do that. Well, girls call guys like their friends and say like, oh, he's just a friend, but they go fuck him as soon as you guys break up. Or many people on SR, they may claim that, or they may think that they are committed to being righteous and retaining their seed, but if a hot girl walks by, or if a hot girl hits on you, would you be able to have the discipline to reject her, even if it's a girl that you think is like outrageously attractive? You know what I mean? And for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if I have that strength yet. I've said a lot, but it's living up to your words. I say a lot. If you guys have seen most of my videos, man, I say some things I say, they're even I'm even surprised at how deep it gets sometimes. But I will only know, and God will only know, how serious I am about this until I'm tested through the flame, through the trials and tribulations, through the valleys. Will I break when it's only darkness, and the only light I see is, the light in my heart? Yeah, man. So, and another hallmark of a good relationship or a healthy relationship is just being able to communicate with your significant other about anything. Can you be vulnerable and tell them your deepest, darkest secrets? Can you be yourself? Can you take off the mask, the facade that we so readily put on to present to the world? Can you trust the other person? Can you grow with the other person through everything? Are you helping each other evolve into the best version of yourself? Or are you just using each other for resources or sex, or just to stroke your ego? And vulnerability is also a good indicator of being in a solid relationship. But can you trust this person to respect you, to respect everything that you share with them? Because for me, I was vulnerable with one of my ex-girlfriends, and I told her some things that I've never told anybody. And at the time, she made me feel like I could trust her, but at the end of the relationship, when shit hit the fan, she weaponized that information against me. So even if you feel like you can trust somebody in the moment, when times get difficult, when shit hits the fan, will that person still respect you enough to not disclose your business Or will they, because I don't want to generalize all women into saying like, oh, girls like to talk, but girls do like to gossip, and some boys do too. But that's not a true woman or true man that is worthy of respect and dignity, because if they were, then they wouldn't yap about it and be like, "Oh, what's the tea? What's the what's the news around town?" All that BS. And some signs of a toxic relationship is, a lack of trust and wanting to use each other and just being controlling, man. Not giving the other person the opportunity to be free and to grow as a person and live their life, because when two people come to one, they should be sharing their joy and not trying to withhold that person, not trying to extract money or resources or extract happiness from another person, but to be two independently full-fledged human lives coming together to make life better for each other, and to see each other, to want the best for each other, and to see each other grow into their best version of themselves, and if it's anything less than that, then there's just no point. And I think that a lot of my relationships in the past failed because I didn't go into it with the right intention, I guess I should say this. If young or old, if you're going to go into a relationship, you should definitely know what you want, man. Like, and be honest, be direct, because you shouldn't try to manipulate anyone into like having sex, which many people do, or manipulate anyone for like their resources, which many people do. But if you want marriage, tell them straight up. Like, it seems like a no-brainer that if you want to marry someone, then you should never date someone and not know that this could be your potential spouse in the end, because otherwise it's going to be a waste of time. You can't just try to convince yourself that like, oh, maybe I'm going to marry this person, because that's just going to be a waste of time, dude. And I guess one lesson I could teach you guys is that if you're not sure, if this is just your girlfriend and you're just like 2 months in or 6 months in or even a year in, I feel like you would know right away whether this person, for whatever reason, you think could be a suitable wife. But you truly won't know someone until you test them, through the fire, figuratively, I mean, obviously, because some people feel like they don't even know somebody until like they move in with each other, or like years down the line they feel like they don't even know this person. The common saying where people are like, I feel like I don't even know you anymore, like who is this person becoming? And the truth is, we are always evolving as people. We are always changing, for better or for worse. So just be careful who you give your energy and time to, man, because a lot of people, they don't truly respect their time. They don't realize how valuable their time is and how valuable their energy is until you're looking back in hindsight, because in hindsight everything is 2020. But when you're here in the present moment, it's sometimes it's hard, man, to truly understand your worth and understand how precious your life and this present moment truly is. Yeah, a lot of people just take things for granted, man. It's just a sign of immaturity. So I hope this little rant helped you, Julio. I don't hope that's not putting you on blast, but this video's for you, man, because you asked, so you got it. And if you guys enjoyed this content or want to support me, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you all. I thank you for subscribing. I truly appreciate it. And I hope to continue bringing value to you guys and motivating you to retain and walk this path of righteousness, because I know that it will definitely help your life in all areas of your life. All right. Peace and blessings to you.